Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I know this, Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Lum's clandestine hair bleaching job at the local beauty parlor was successful in restoring his hair to its former appearance. But it cost him his date with Miss Emmeline for the dance last night. As we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jot-'em Down store fashioning a display of canned goods. Grandpappy Spears is just entering. Listen.
Yeah, watch out where you're walking there, Grandpap. Don't knock this display over I'm putting up.
Oh, I ain't gonna knock it over.
Been stacking these cans up here half the morning trying to get them to look just right. Mind out, don't get too close to the display there.
I told you I ain't gonna knock 'em over. What's in them cans anyway?
Doggies, can't you read? Brussels sprouts.
Huh?
Brussels sprouts. We're having a big special on them.
Oh, what are they?
I don't know. Got 'em from the wholesale house by mistake about a year ago. Nobody never has bought none of 'em. I just thought I'd get 'em out where folks could see 'em.
Yeah, well, I don't believe nobody'll buy no Brussels.
Well, maybe not, maybe not.
Better put a sign on there explaining what they are.
Yeah, this is the only thing we got enough cans of to make a display with. Oh, doggy, my back sure gets stiff bending over this way. Let me straighten up for a minute here.
Hey, Abner, watch out where you're putting your arm there off for Pete's sake. Now look at you.
Dad, blame it. That's the third time I've knocked over them Brussels this morning.
Yeah, or to have more sense than to lean on them that way.
Or to have my britches kicked.
Well, I'll be glad to do that for you, Abner.
No, thank you, Grandpa.
Just bend over there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what you can do, though. If you're so anxious to help somebody, you can help me build up this display again.
Yeah, I don't know, Abner. My back's kind of stiff, too. I believe I could lean over far enough to help you much.
Oh, prattle. Your back never seemed to bother you none at that dance last night. Come on now, help me here.
All right. Might injure me for life, I don't know.
Man that done that crow hopping that you was doing last night couldn't have nothing wrong with his back. I never seen such cutting up in all my life.
Yeah, I was shaking a leg, wasn't I?
You sure was. Dancing or something, you called it that.
Seems to me you was out there carrying on pretty fancy yourself. Look like a banny rooster on a hot stove.
Well, I'm a younger man you are, Grandpap.
Oh, I don't know. You don't look no younger.
Hey, Grandpap, don't keep stacking them cans upside downers that way.
Well, I told you I weren't in no condition for this kind of work.
Well, just be careful. Might not be good for them Brussels to be upside down that way. Might explode, I don't know.
Well, how do you tell which is the top side of the Brussels?
You don't have to. Just get the printing right side up. I want this to look good for Lum, when he sees it.
Oh, say, by the way, how come Lum wasn't at the dance last night? I thought he's aiming on taking Miss Emmeline over there.
Well, Lummy, didn't you hear the gossips, Grandpa?
Well, all I know is that Miss Emmeline was there with Frank Foster.
Oh, Lord, you ain't heard the half of it then.
And Jiminy, I must be slipping. What is it?
Well, see, the rumor...
I never listened in on a party line none this morning.
Yeah, well, that's where you missed out. You'd have heard it if you'd had the receiver down. I stood here for 30 minutes and listened to the women folks jaw about it. See, the rumors got around that Lum went over to see that Yvonne LaFrance the night before the dance.
You mean the woman that opened up that beauty parlor next to the drugstore?
That's the one. That's
Why, that old rascal, Lum. Never would have thought it of him.
Yeah, well, wait, though. It ain't true. Well, Lum went to the beauty parlor that night, all right, but not to see Miss France.
I suppose he went there for a beauty treatment, huh?
No, sir. For a hair bleach job and a Marcel's wave.
Huh?
He done it.
For the Lawmy sakes. Is he touched in the head?
Why, no. He was just trying to get that black dye out of his hair. And everything would have worked out fine, too, if that Sister Simpson hadn't saw him sneaking in there.
Uh-oh. That's all I need to know.
Oh, sure. Of course, she went right back to the boarding house and told Miss Emmeline the whole thing.
Well, natural. That pigeon told old busybody.
And then Miss Emmeline wouldn't go to the dance with Lum.
Well, why didn't Lum tell Miss Emmeline the truth about it?
Well, he sort of looked at it. Well, the truth is just about as bad as a gossip. He'd die before he'd tell Miss Emmeline that he'd went to a beauty parlor and got his hair bleached and waved.
Well, yeah, I can see his point there.
I wanted to explain the whole thing to Miss Emmeline, but Mom said if I did, why, he'd whop me within an inch of my life.
Well, what's he going to do about it?
Well, usual thing. Says he's through with women folks forever now. Going up in the hills and live in a cave and harming himself, he says.
Sassafras. He's all the same.
Hey, Grandpap, stop handing me the cans that I've done stacked up. Give me some of them off the floor. I moved this display 3 times, not noticing here.
Well, these are easier to reach. Now I better rest up anyway and have a pipe of tobacco.
Yeah, well, I believe that would help me more, too. Oh.
Yeah, where'd I put that spavinlated pipe? Oh, say, here's some mail for you, Abner. I picked it up at the post office on my way over here.
Oh, well, much obliged, much obliged.
Just a couple of bills, looks like.
Yeah. See, this one here is from the wholesale house. Don't recognize this other, no.
Well, Jimmy, that's too bad about Lum. Just when him and Miss Emmeline was getting along so good.
For the land's sakes. Well, this must be a mistake.
What's the matter? Have you been drafted?
Doggies. $24.50.
What's that for?
This is Lum's bill from the beauty parlor. 1 hair bleach, $11.50.
For pity's sakes.
1 cold wave, $13.
Well, we've had 3 of them for nothing this winter.
That's total $24.50.
Oh, that must be a mistake.
Well, there it is right there in black and ink.
Let me see that pigeon-toed thing.
Doggies, that Lum will kill me just sure as he were.
Why kill you? You never set these prices, did you?
Well, no, but see, this bleach job was my idea. I encouraged him to do it.
You mean you put him up to going over there?
I sure did. I talked him into it. I hate to admit it, but I done it.
Uh-oh, you were into it then. And you're in for it right now, too.
Well,
Look who's coming yonder.
Oh, my goodness alive, it's that Lum. Here, Grandpap, quick, hide that bill somewhere.
Where'll I hide it?
Oh, any place, I don't care. Let's see, throw it in the Cracker Barrel there. Hurry up, hurry up.
All right.
For goodness sakes, don't even mention this to me now, Grandpap. Don't wait a minute, mind out. Well, howdy, Lum, old boy. Glad to see you.
Hello.
Yeah, look at the pretty display I made out of them Brussels, Lum.
Yeah, nice.
Well, well, take off your hat, Lum. Sit down. Here, take that chair right there.
I ain't staying, Abner. Just dropped in to get some victuals to take up in the hills with me.
Oh.
Just some cheese and crackers.
Crackers? Did you say crackers, Lum?
Yeah, and some
Lum,
sardines.
I don't believe you'd enjoy crackers up there. You ought to take some cake or something like that along. I believe a feller sort of gets a sweet tooth up there in the hills anyway.
Oh, crackers are plenty good enough for me. Excuse me, Grandpap, I want to get over to the Cracker Barrel.
Lum, wait a minute. Look at this pretty display I made. See these Brussels spouts here?
Yeah, I've seen it. Looks nice.
Oh, my doggies, they fell down. Well, I reckon you better help me put them back up, Lum.
Well, sorry, I ain't got time now, Abner. Let me get past you, Grandpap. I want to get to that barrel.
Yeah, Grandpap, let's stack the cans up again. I believe right there in front of the Cracker Barrel will be a better place for the display. Here, catch them, Grandpap. I'll throw them to you.
Yeah, start throwing them, Abner.
Don't watch out there, Lum.
And not so fast, Abner. Watch out with them things. You're going to hit me right in the head.
Yeah, you better step back in, Lum.
Well, don't throw them so hard, Abner.
Yeah, I want to get this done. Doggies, wait a minute. There's the phone. Thank goodness. You better get the phone there, Lum.
All right, I'll answer.
Doggies, that was a close shave there, Grandpa.
Hello, jot 'em down, store and library. Lum Eddard's talking.
He's going to reach in that Cracker Barrel.
Mom? Who? Oh, Miss LaFrance.
Oh, my goodness. I changed my mind, Grandpap. Better put the display right next to the telephone. Start throwing me the cans here.
Talk a little bit louder. I can't hear
Come
you.
here, boy.
Abner,
That's
for
the way.
goodness
That's
sakes,
the
hands
turn,
up.
Grandpap.
What's
Talk
that
them
again,
over
Miss
here.
LaFrance?
Oh, keep on flying.
word she's
Faster,
saying.
Grandpap. Only way to get a thing done
Yes,
is to do
Mom.
it fast.
Could you stand up a little closer
They
to the
cut
telephone?
down the old pine tree.
I can't
and
hear
they
you, Mr.
hauled
LaFrance. There's
it
too much
away
noise in here. I'll call you back later.
Together.
Goodbye.
Who in the world was that, Lum?
Well, who could tell with all that racket going on in here?
Oh. Was it a little noisy? Yeah, them phone calls don't amount to nothing no ways. I wouldn't even bother to call her back if I was you, I don't believe.
I don't think I will. All I want to do is get my crackers and get out of here.
Yeah, Lum, now get away from that cracker barrel now.
Well, I got just as much right to get into that cracker barrel as you. What's this paper doing in here?
What paper?
Oh, I see. Uh-huh. It's a bill from Miss LaFrance.
Oh.
Yeah, that's more than likely what she's calling about.
Oh, I doubt it, Lum. I doubt it.
$24.50. I reckon I better go over there and pay her right now before I leave for the hills.
Well, Lum...
I'll run over there and come back by here. I'll see you fellers later.
Yeah, well, all right. Huh. For the land's sakes. Grandpap, did you see what I just now saw?
Why, sure, you looked at that bill and never batted eye.
No.
Out captainest thing I ever seen.
Doggy, you got to say one thing for old Lum. No matter what happens, he always keeps calm. He don't never fly off the handlebars like a lot of fellers get mad at you, you know.
Always keeps his head.
Yeah.
Never loses control.
No, he's a good level-headed feller, I'll say there. There's one man. Wait a minute, what's he coming back for?
$24.50?
Huh?
That bill from the beauty parlor is $24.50. This is all your fault, Abner. You was the one that talked me into going over there.
Yeah, now,
Next
Lum.
time you keep your advice to yourself, you little
Put
varmint.
down them Brussels sprouts.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy's Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Lum has decided that the only way out of his present dilemma is to head out for the hills and live the life of a hermit. All of Abner's suggestions and pleas to the contrary have had no influence whatsoever. As we look in on the little community today, we find Grandpappy Spears in the Jot 'em Down store and library trying to calm Abner down. Listen.
For pity's sakes, Abner, you're as nervous and jumpy as a rabbit's nose. Ain't nothing to worry about. Just 'cause Lum claimed he's going up in the hills and hermit himself.
Well, I am worried, though, Grandpap.
Sassafras. I've heard him time and again say he's going to do that. Farthest he'll ever get is over at Mac's filling station. He generally stops in there for a glass of that root beer that Mac makes and sits there and talks for 2 or 3 hours and comes home.
Yeah, generally, Grandpap, but this time he's sure enough gone.
Well, how do you know he is?
Well, he left out of here yesterday afternoon. I ain't saw him since. Last night I called over at his place 2 or 3 times, never did get an answer. Called again this morning, about 5 minutes ago, and still didn't get no answer.
Jimmy, don't reckon he actually did go up there, do you?
Well, I know he did. See, Grandpap, he would just tore up something wonderful on account of losing out with Miss Emmeline, and there just ain't no telling what he might do in his condition.
Yeah, and I don't know, Abner. Even if he did go up in the hills for a spell, I don't think there's nothing to worry about. He'll be all right.
Yeah, well, you just don't know him like I do, Grandpap. He'll get lost up there at this shores over on Star Plum today.
Oh, sassafras.
Well, Lum don't know his way around them hills, Grandpa.
Well, he ought to, as many times as he's hunted squirrels up there.
Well, he's squirrel hunted up there, but he's had somebody with him. You take Lum out in the hills, get him 2 blocks from town, and he just gets lost every time. Gets turned around up the mountains always. Couldn't find his way back home following a bloodhound.
Oh, I doubt that.
Well, it's a fact. Once he gets to wandering around up there, why, he's liable to fall off of one of them cliffs this shore of the world, or get lost down in one of them caves, one.
Yeah, there is a lot of holes up there, I'll admit that.
Oh, he'll break his leg, I know he will. I've just got to go out and look for him. That's just all there to it, Grandpa.
Well, you can't find him all by yourself, silly. No telling what direction he might have went in.
Dogged, I'll get up a posse's hand, that's what I'll do. I'll get every feller and dog in this town out looking for him.
Oh, posse, you said. I thought you said possum.
No, sir, posse of men. Just hope it ain't too late, that's all I hope.
I think you're exaggerating this a little, Abner.
I ain't no such a thing. You just don't know Lum. He's helpless as a little half-growed young'un. If he hadn't had me to take care of him all these years, I don't know what would have become of poor little old Lum.
Yeah, the way he's always talked, I got the idea that he's the one that had to take care of you, sort of looked after you.
Well, I let him think that, Grandpa. It made him happy. And I'm glad I done it now, too. Just in case. Never see him again. Poor old...
Oh, well, now, Abner.
Bless his heart. Bless his little heart.
Abner, I wish you wouldn't carry on like that. I feel like puddling up and crying. You're getting me to feel bad, too.
Well, you ought to feel bad, Grandpa. He was your friend, too. A true friend.
He was my friend.
Yes,
and a
sir.
good one. Yes, sir. If anybody's got a preserved seat in a better world, it's old Lum.
Yes, sir, it is. Anybody makes a suggest to build a statue of him and put it up down there at the end of Main Street there by the flagpole, dogged, I'll be the first one to put in 50 cents. Might even put in $1, I don't know.
Don't get carried away now.
I'll do it. He's
Well, wait a minute.
friend.
We ain't sure he's dead yet now. No use wasting no dollar till you're sure. You better get busy and get up that searching party.
Yeah, better do it. I reckon who ought to call first now?
Oh, I don't know. I'd get a hold of Harry Hodgkins over there at the liver stable. He can furnish the horses.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Then I'll call Uncle Henry Lunsford next, 'cause he's got that bloodhound, too.
Yeah, get him.
We can get Cedric to go along and carry the dog.
Yeah. Carry the dog.
Boy, that hound ain't as young as he used to be, Grandpap. He gets tired out awful quick here lately.
Well, who you gonna get to go along and keep Cedric awake?
Wait a minute, Grandpap. Hello? Who is this, Miss Hodgkins? Yes, Mom.
Yeah, she's still running that place.
Could I speak to Ari? Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, well, when he gets back, have him call me right away, Miss Hodgkins. It's a matter of life and death. Abner Peabody. Yes, Mom. Goodbye. Oh, me.
Well, why didn't you ask his woman about the horses?
Huh?
She's the one that's in charge of everything over there now. All Ari does is just work there for him.
Yeah, I know, Grandpap, but she said I'd be back directly. I'd rather deal with him.
Yeah, Ari's woman and his mother-in-law's running the place.
Well, I'd rather deal with Ari. Let's see, what's Uncle Henry Lunsford's ring now? Let's see. What is his ring out there at his place, Grandpap?
Yeah, better call him down to the jailhouse. That's more than likely where he's at now this time of day.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good idea. Doggy, wait a minute. Who's that coming up out there?
Huh?
Right there. Oh, the first is Ezra Seastrunk, but I can see now it ain't him.
Oh, no, that ain't Ezra. No. He ain't got no high-top boots like that fella.
No. Doggy, I wished he wouldn't come in here right now. I just ain't got time to talk to nobody. No, sir, I sure ain't.
Yeah, I'll take care of him for you.
Yeah, talk to him.
Leave it up to me.
I'm broke
I'll
from
handle it. Yeah, how do you do, sir? We're awful busy today.
How do you do? I won't take up much of your time, but I think I have some rather important news for you.
News for us?
Yes. I've been looking for Lum Edwards.
You have? How'd you know about him?
Oh, a friend of yours, Mr. Huddleston, sent me over here.
Oh, yes, that's right. I did tell Dick about it this morning. Tell me when you found him. How did he... no, don't tell me. I don't want to know.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I just don't want to hear it.
Poor old Lum.
Yeah.
Well, at any rate, I was up in the hills this morning looking over some...
Please don't tell me. I just can't stand to hear about it.
Yeah. Well, I feel that I should tell you the reason I'm here.
I know the reason.
I see.
I know.
Well, George New certainly travels fast in a small town.
Too fast, too fast.
Well, I'd still like to explain things to you.
Yeah, much obliged to you, but if you don't mind, mister, I'd just rather not talk about it. Some other time, maybe, when I get over it a little.
Well, you're Mr. Edwards' partner, aren't you? Mr. Peabody?
Yes, sir, that's me. This is Grandpappy Spears here. Yeah. He was a friend of old Lum's, too.
Oh, yes. Glad to meet you, mister.
Well, I'm very happy to meet you, too, sir.
Thank
My
you.
name is Sutton, Mr. Spears.
Glad to know you, Mr. Sutton.
Well, there's one point I think we should discuss, if you don't mind. Is the property in both your names or in Mr. Edwards' name alone?
It's in both our names, but I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to discuss what's to be did with his property at this time. More likely everything will go to his Aunt Minnie up there in Sheboygan Falls.
Yeah, he thought they were on all of it.
Yeah, I wish you'd just leave me alone for a few minutes.
Wait a minute. Aunt Minnie? Sheboygan Falls?
Yeah, he loved her.
Well, I don't quite follow all this.
Better not bother him no more right now, Mr. Sutton. You know how things like this upsets a fellow.
Yes, well, he's certainly upset, all right. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Oh, my.
Put down the
Never
old
would have
fire
dreamed
tree
it.
and
Never
they hold it away.
For me. Please just leave me alone. I just don't want to talk to nobody right now.
For goodness sakes, what's the matter with you?
This is the unhappiest day I've ever went through in my whole life. Oh, me,
Well, for pity's sake. The fella here just brung Abner the bad news. Bad news? Yeah, you see, what happened, Lum, was it... Lum! Well, what am I saying? Abner, look up here. Look who's here.
Why, Lum, you're alive.
Why, naturally.
What happened? Was you just unconscientious? How'd you get out of the cave, Lum?
I weren't in no cave.
Which leg did you break?
What in the world are you talking about, anyway?
When you went up in the hills last night.
Oh, I never went up in the hills last night. I went over to see Miss Emmeline before I left to tell her the truth about this mix-up between me and her.
Well, I do know.
And, Abner, you're looking at the world's happiest man. Oh, she don't care a rap if I got my hair bleached and waved. She said she was flattered to know that I thought enough of her to go to all that bother.
Well.
Why, do you know she even apologized to me for going to that dance with Frank Foster?
Apologize?
Can you beat that? Her apologizing to me.
Well.
I beg your pardon.
She said Frank was the worst dancer in 6 countries. Even taking off her shoe and showed me blisters she got from trying to keep out from under his feet.
Oh, yeah, he's clumsy, Frank. Gets his feet all tangled up.
I beg your pardon. But
You low down varmint. What's the idea coming in here telling me Lum's dead?
Tell you that Lum was dead?
Yes, sir. Doggers, you ought to be horsewhipped. Stand up or I'll fist fight you right now. Come on, put 'em up.
Abner, for goodness sakes, calm yourself down. What's all this about anyway?
Why, this feller here come in here a while ago claiming his name was Sutton.
Now, just a minute. Judging from the conversation I've just heard since I came into this madhouse, I think I'd better do the explaining myself.
I think you'd better, too.
Yes. I merely came in here to try to buy that piece of property up in the hills owned by Lum Edwards and his partner, Mr. Peabody.
We don't own no property up there.
Yes, we do, Abner. Don't you recollect we taken it in a long time ago from Squire Skimp on a bill he owed us?
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, but it never turned out to be nothing but a batch of rocks.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yes, well, in order to close the deal quickly, I'll just take that off your hands for $2,000.
$2,000? Doggers, Mitch, you just made yourself a deal. What do we sign? Where's our paper?
Just a minute, Abner. Not so fast there. I'm sorry, Mr. Sutton, but we ain't interested in closing no deal today. That property ain't for sale.
Well, how about $2,500?
It ain't for sale at no price. I'm much obliged to you, but that's the way it is.
Well, all right. But if you change your mind, you can reach me at the boarding house. Good day, Mr. Edwards.
Yeah, good day to you. Goodbye.
For the land's sakes, Lum, you touched in the head. That piece of land that we got up there ain't worth nothing, and you know it.
Listen, Abner, nobody don't go around offering $2,000 for something that ain't worth nothing.
What's it worth it for?
I don't know what we got up there, but I granted we must have a lot of it, whatever it is. We sure got something. And me and you're going up there to find out what it is.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, a stranger named Mr. Sutton offered Lum and Abner $2,000 for an old piece of hill property which they had taken in on a debt from Squire Skimp at one time. Abner was all for accepting this fabulous offer, but Lum reasoned that the property must be tremendously valuable and refused to sell. As we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows up in the hill on a little inspection trip. Listen.
Doggies, how much farther, Lum? I don't believe I can go another step.
Yeah, this is far enough, I reckon. We're on our land now.
We are?
Yeah, I recollect that old stump there being one of the landmarks of our property.
Oh, me, my tired. My back feels like somebody's been whopping me with a fence post.
I don't see what you're so tired for. I don't feel uncommonly wore out myself. A little hike up the hills is sort of invigorating, I'd say. Here, I'll help you unstrap that tent off from your back.
I wish you would. That thing must weigh a couple of 1,000 pounds.
Bet it don't weigh half that, hardly. It's just kind of bulky with them tent poles in there, is all. They fold up, though, so it's easier to tote.
Easier?
Stand still. Just about got her unstrapped here.
Oh, hurry up.
Here we are.
Doggies, what a relief. I thought you said we was going to take turns toting that thing up here, Lum.
Well, we are going to. We've got to take it back, ain't we? I'll be the one that'll tote it back to town tomorrow morning.
Well, that's all downhill. Besides, you'll have a good night's rest to get in shape for her. I was done tired from toting groceries all day long when we started.
Abner, it just seems to me that all you've done since we started this little trip is complain. Never heard such a complainer in all my life. Hear you talk about it, you'd think you never wanted to be rich.
Well, sure, I want to be rich, Lum, for that goes, but I ain't sure that we'll ever do it traipsing around up here in the hills at night this way. Even if we did get rich, it's going to be hard to enjoy it with a broke back like I've got.
There you go, complaining again. I bound you'll change your tune when we find whatever it is we're looking for on our land here.
Yeah, that's just it right there. What are we looking for?
Well, I don't know. But whatever it is, there must be a lot of it. That Mr. Sutton never would have offered us $2,000 if there wasn't something mighty valuable up here.
Yeah, no.
I think he finally run the price up to $2,500.
Yeah, well, we're never going to find nothing in the dark SOA, Lum. I told you we ought to come up here in the daytime if we're looking for something.
Yeah, and I told you why we couldn't do that. If we left during the day, we'd have to close up the store, and then folks would find out what we're doing and get suspicious and start a gold rush up here or something.
Is that what we're looking for, gold?
Might be. I don't know. Whatever it is, we got to keep it quiet, though.
Yeah, well, I'll have to keep it quiet because I don't know what it is. I still don't see how we're going to find no gold in the dark, though.
Well, that stuff's shiny.
Huh?
We're going to hunt around in the morning anyway.
Shiny, no moon or nothing.
We'll get up about 5 o'clock, and that'll give us a couple of hours to look around, and then we can get back to town in time to open up the store.
5 o'clock? Oh, that's awful early, ain't it? We ain't trying to beat somebody to this, are we?
Yeah, but you ought to be willing to get up that early a couple of mornings out of your life if it's going to make a millionaire out of you.
Yeah, I don't know. I sure do love to sleep, rich or poor.
Well, you can sleep all day long after you get to be a millionaire.
What I'm going to do?
Lay around a hammock.
Spend it all for beds. That's $1 million worth of beds.
Did you tell Elizabeth that you was going to stay over at my place tonight?
Yeah. She couldn't see much sense in it, though. I'll have to think up a better excuse for being away at night than that, Lum, if we're going to keep this up very long.
Well, think up something, because I don't want her or nobody else to know what we're doing. We've got to keep this an absolute secret. Well, come on, let's get this tent up. We're wasting time here.
Lum, I believe I'm too tired to put up that tent. I don't even want to look at it. Why don't we just sort of roll up in this canvas here like a sleeping bag?
No. A tent's way yonder better than a sleeping bag, Abner. Come on, let's get going.
Well, I'm tired, Lum.
Well, this won't be no trouble at all. It's one of them guaranteed easy-to-put-up tents. All you have to do is just follow the instructions.
I couldn't follow nothing. I'm too tired.
Well, I'll do the hard work.
Sure.
I'll read the instructions, and all you'll have to do is unwrap the poles there.
Oh.
And get my flashlight lit up here and get right to work.
Why I ever left home, I'll never know. Never know.
Let's see here.
I'm lost to sleep on.
Instructions for erecting the Jiffy Junior Ranger tent. 1. Take pole A and fasten to pole B with bolt X. You got that, Abner?
I don't know pole A from pole B here, Lum.
Well, they're marked right on there. Read the letters is all you have to do.
Why don't we just roll up in this thing like a sleeping bag, Lum?
No, that's silly. We'll have this up in a half a minute, and you'll be sorry you ever mentioned a sleeping bag. Now, hurry up. Fasten pole A to pole B.
All right, I'll do my best.
2, fasten pole C to pole B in same fashion.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm still back there on A yet.
According to the instructions, it don't take that long. Hurry up.
Hey, well, hold your light over this way a little, Lum, so as I can see what I'm doing here.
I need it to read by, though. This is the most important part of it.
Got your
Knowing
Al to
what
help
you're
you.
doing.
I hope somebody knows what I'm doing. I hope that.
Number 3, stand poles A and C in upright position and fasten ropes Q and R to junctions A, B, and BC. Have you got that, Abner?
What happened to bolt X back there?
As I see right now, I'm going to have to help you do this. Can't you never get nothing right?
Lum, don't you think it'd be better to just roll up in this canvas?
No. Now, if we just use our heads, we can have this up in a minute or two. Let's see now, which is pole C?
I don't know. That nowhere, I think. Doubt if I'd know what I was doing, even if I could see anything here.
Let's see here. This pole must go over here. All you have to do is just follow a few simple directions. That don't seem to fit.
Nothing fits.
Maybe they meant pole A and C fit together and tie 'em up with rope Q. Here, you hold this pole up, Abner.
Yeah, all right. I think that's the one that goes across the top, though.
No, I think it goes this way. Now get rope R and tie it onto something.
Well, I can't get rope R and hold pole W at the same time.
Well, here, I'll get it. All you have to do is
Yeah,
just
watch
follow
out.
the-
Wait, don't throw them poles like that. You might not hit me there,
I'm
Lum.
sorry. I weren't throwing them, though.
Whizzed by here awful fast.
Just let go of it and went to pick up rope Q. I reckon I oughtn't have did that.
No, them things ain't gonna just stand up there by themselves.
All right. Here. We get a better start now.
Good.
Take part of this rope and wrap it around that pole there where it joins on to pole J or whatever it is.
Yeah, all right. Thought we was supposed to use bolt X for that.
Them bolts don't seem to fit for some reason. I think the directions are wrong there. Now, hold that pole up across the top there, and I think we've got it.
All right. Have I got the right rope here?
It don't matter. Sometimes it's better to just use common horse sense and things like this. That's all it takes. Bound you I could put up a tent blindfolded.
Well, that's practical what we're doing right now.
You got your end tied there?
Yeah.
All right. Hold her steady now. I'll get the canvas and throw over the top there.
Am I going to have to stand here all night long and hold this pole up?
No. As soon as we get all the tent stakes in, it'll stand up by itself.
Steaks? That dog is that reason. I'm hungry, Lum. I'm hungry right
quick
now.
as we get the tent up, we'll set inside of it and have some sardines and rye bread.
Oh, that sounds good.
All right, here it comes. Heave ho!
Ow! Watch out, Lum. Slap me right in the face with that.
Well, duck a little bit. We'll have this done in a jiffy.
Well, now I'm suffocating in here. Get this thing off my head, Lum.
Well, wait just a minute. Hold steady there. I'll get under there with you, and we'll spread the canvas out. Johnny's, where are you, Abner?
I'm right over here. Hello! Yoo-hoo!
Well, don't holler so loud. I ain't but 2 foot away from you.
Well, turn the flashlight on. Make sure it's me, Lum. I got a feeling we're lost. Or one of us is.
Just a minute. I want to turn it on anyway to see what the direction says to do now.
I hope they say go back home.
There we are. Makes it nice and bright in here. Wait a minute. You got that rope wrapped around yourself there and tied to the pole. Here, let me untie that. You got to get outside and pound tent stakes.
I'm hungry, Lum.
Well, wait just a minute. Have this all done in half a second. How in the world have you got this thing tied anyway?
I don't know. I'm just trying to rope G around X and Q or something. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see. You hold the flashlight. I'll see what I can do. Granny, you sure got things tangled up here.
I was just trying to follow a few easy, simple directions.
How one man could get himself in such a mix-up in such a short time is...
Watch out there, Lum. You're getting yourself wrapped up in it this time.
Oh, my goodness. I don't want to get tied up in here, too.
Well, wait a minute. Don't pull on that rope so hard, Lum. You're going to pull the whole tent over. Watch out, Lum. Watch out. There it goes.
Why didn't you hold the pole steadier?
But I couldn't with you pulling on the rope that way.
Well, this ain't no time to argue about it. Crawl out of there and help me get up.
Crawl out? Can't even get out of here. I'm tied up to pole J or something. You'll have to help me out, Lum.
Well, I can't get out neither. I'm caught in here myself.
Oh, my goodness alive. What are we going to do now?
Well, don't get excited now. I'll read the instructions.
Don't read them things, Lum. That's what got us into this mess.
Well, they might tell us what to do in a case of an accident like this. Shine the flashlight over this way.
All right. Lucky thing it never broke when it fell there.
Let's see. Well, I read all that. Here's the only thing I ain't read. It says, your Jiffy Junior tent is now up. And you are ready to experience the camper's thrill and joy of a restful, healthful night of sleep under the whispering pine and hemlock trees. Happy dreams.
That all it says?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh. Well, happy dreams, Lum.
Yeah, happy dreams, Ed.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I know this, Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, last night, Lum and Abner made a secret trip up to the property in the hills to try to determine what the land contains that would warrant an offer of $2,000 from the stranger, Mr. Sutton. As we look in on the little community, we find the old fellows weary and dejected back in their jot-em-down store. They're sitting in their rocking chairs contemplating their fruitless trip while the telephone rings loudly. Listen.
Well, Abner, ain't you going to answer the phone? Rung there.
I know it did. I'm just too tired to get up and answer it. That traipsing over them hills toting that tent on my back just plumb wore me out. You better answer the thing, Lum.
I'm busy thinking, Abner.
Thinking?
Yeah, I may get out of here any minute. I don't want to be interrupted. You answer.
Lum, I just ain't got the strength to do it. I don't believe I could stand up there long enough to even say hello. Maybe if we'll just be real quiet, they'll think nobody's here and quit ringing in a minute.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Gonna have to tie boards on my legs so they'll hold me up again, I do believe. There again. Whoever that is sure is a determined critter.
Grannies, I believe I've got it, Abner.
Huh?
Yes, sir, I believe I've got it. We're going back up in the hills tonight and go
now,
over
wait a
towards
minute. You stop right there, Lum. I ain't going up in no mountains tonight. I'll be doing good if I can even crawl home.
But we've got to go up there, Abner. I think I know why that land of ours is so valuable now.
Lum, we spent all last night up there sleeping in a broke-down tent. Then early this morning we traipsed around up there for 2 hours. All we found was just a batch of rocks, some tin cans, and a few squirrels.
Yeah, I know, but...
And I know good and well they ain't worth nothing. There ain't nothing valuable in them rocks. Tin cans and squirrels, that stuff ain't worth nothing. that Mr. Sutton wants to give us $2,000 for that junk pile, I'm in favor of letting him have it.
Well, now, wait a minute, though.
We better take him up on that, Lum, before they catch him and lock him up again. That feller's touched, that's all I can say for him.
Oh, there's our ring again. Must be important. You better get it. It'll ring all day long.
Oh, I ought to have the thing took out.
And Mr. Sutton ain't touched, and I'll tell you why.
Well, maybe he ain't, but we are then, if we don't take that offer. Hello, jot him down, store and library. Abner Peabody doing the talking. Or what's left of him. Huh? Oh, for goodness sakes. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sounds pretty. All right, goodbye. Important call.
What in the world was that?
Just Cedric. He knocked a chip off of one of his front teeth, so now he can whistle through his teeth, and he wanted me to hear him do it.
For pity's sake, that boy.
Everybody's ticked. Doggies, let me sit down again and rest.
Yes, sit down and listen to this, Abner. I know I've got it now. You recollect that old silver mine up in the hills there?
Yeah, I know it. That ain't on our property, though.
No, but it's right next to it, though. Ain't but 100 foot from our property line, I bound you.
Well, it ain't no good no more neither.
No, it was all worked out, but I bound you, here's what's happened. That Mr. Sutton has discovered a new vein running from that old mine shaft right up under our property there.
You reckon he has, sure enough?
I'm pretty sure. We know there ain't nothing else up there that looks like it's worth $2,000.
No, we know that good.
And if there was silver found up there once, there ain't no reason why there ain't some more up there.
Hey, Doggies Long, maybe you have got an idea there, Ted.
I know I have. So here's what we'll do. We'll go up there and have a look around that old mine shaft tonight. And
now, wait a minute, Lum. Not tonight, we ain't, Lum. My legs just wouldn't make it. That's all there to it.
Well, Abner, we don't want to wait too long. We don't want to lose out on this deal.
I can't help it, Lum. I've got to have a day to rest up. And besides, I'm supposed to go to some kind of a party with Elizabeth tonight. A Valentine or Labor Day party or something, I don't know.
Well, you can get out of that, can't you?
I doubt it. Elizabeth thought it was cuter me being gone last night. Told her I was staying over at your place. But if I try to get out of that party, well, then she'll start asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, that's right, ain't it?
Oh,
we don't want her or nobody else to start getting suspicious of what we're doing. Maybe we better wait a day.
Yeah, I know that's a thing to do. I can tell that plumb easy.
We don't want to wait no longer than that, though. I'm anxious to start digging up that silver and being rich.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Annie, just think, after all these years of struggling along hand to foot, we're finally going to be millionaires.
Well, are we going to start right out being millionaires?
Well, no, we'll have to work up to that gradual. Might take us a couple of weeks. Maybe even a month, I don't know.
Yeah, I wish we'd have got into something faster than that. I hate to sit around waiting for something.
Well, that's fast enough. It's best to go a little slow with something like this. If you get rich too quick, it ain't good for you. It goes to your head. Sometimes that's the ruination of a feller.
I'd be willing to take that chance, I believe, Long.
Yeah, but no need of doing it, though, Abner. In time, we'll have everything we want. We'll go around town with our pockets stuffed plumb full of silver.
No, 'cause I'll have to get Elizabeth to sew up the holes in some of my pockets if we're going to do that. Couldn't we just hide some of the silver somewhere instead of toting all of it around with us?
Well, we'll put a lot of it in the bank, of course. But there's a limit to what the bank can hold.
Yeah, fill it up, that's what I say.
Besides that, I want to have a few $1,000s worth of it just to jingle in my pockets when I walk down the street.
Does that stuff jingle?
Oh, it's the jinglingest stuff you ever seen.
Well,
Granny, it sure feels good to be actual rich for once in our lives, don't it?
Yeah, it does, all right.
And to think we owned all this silver all the time, never even noticed.
Yeah.
We've been millionaires all this time.
Why, sure.
The Silver Kings of Pine Ridge.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
That's what we'll be known as. Or maybe we'll branch out and be the Silver Kings of Arkansas.
Yeah, let's branch out. I'd like to work Missouri and Oklahoma in there, too, if we could.
Old Silver Dollar Edders. That's what they'll call me.
They will, huh?
Oh, yeah. Sounds good, don't it? Silver Dollar Edders.
Yeah, see, what can I be called? Old two-bit Peabody. Or no, that don't sound. Half a buck Abner. Dad, blame it, Lum, you got the best name there.
Well, maybe you can be old silver-coated Peabody.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Old Sterling Abner.
Yeah, Sterling, I like that.
Granny, this is wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't know why we never started this years ago.
Say it, Lum, are you going to speak to Ezra Seastrong?
Speak to Ezra Seastrunk.
Yeah, he's always thought he was a high and mighty and richer than everybody. I ain't even going to look at him if I meet him on the street. Just egging on.
Oh, no, now, you oughtn't to act that way, Abner. Just 'cause we got all this money, we don't want to change none.
What's the use of having it then?
Well, there's other things to do with our money instead of getting high-headed about it. Let's just be ourselves, just a couple of common millionaires.
I'll try, but that much money, Lum, it's going to be awful hard for me to be that way, though. Can I buy a big fancy house? Is that all right?
Yeah, just don't make it too big. I know the first thing I'm going to do is propose to Miss Emily.
Are you sure enough?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to do it.
Well.
And then I'll build her the biggest, fanciest house you ever seen. A mansion. A marble palace.
Well, now, just a minute. How come you got a bigger house than me? I've got just as much money as you've got, Lum, and I dog it if you can have a house that big.
Whoa, wait a minute, Abner. Now, there's a fear to this. That's what happens when you start getting rich. One feller tries to outdo the other feller, and then you start fighting. First thing you know, you ain't friends no more.
Well, I want to be friends with you, Lum.
I know, but we won't be. Sometimes I almost wish we wasn't millionaires.
Yeah, I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah, but things change. As we've got. Right away, you got a lot of responsibilities and obligations. Taxes, for instance.
Texas.
Taxes.
Oh, them cars you ride around in?
Taxes.
Oh.
See, we're right up there in them high bric-a-brackets now.
Where?
We make a couple of $100,000 apiece every week out of the mine, while we've got to pay more than half of that out in taxes.
Dog it, I forgot about that.
And then the taxes and upkeep on these new houses are is going to be something terrible.
Yeah.
We're more likely to have to give big parties all the time, and hard servants, hard girls, and hard men, and I don't know what all. Have to wear neckties all the time.
Oh, my goodness, not that now.
Rich folks suffer, Abner. You may as well face it.
Dad blame it all anyway.
And then there'll be a lot of folks just being nice to us 'cause they're trying to get some of our money. Crooks following us around. Maybe robbers even.
Robbers?
Yes, sir. We won't be safe nowhere. Be in danger every minute of our lives.
Oh, my goodness, don't say that now, Lum.
I'm just telling you how it is, Abner. We better hire ourselves some bodyguards. 10 or 15 of them, maybe.
Oh, say, Lum.
Yeah.
I was just thinking here. I don't believe I'll be needing my $200,000 for this week, so if you'd like to have it.
No, Abner, now don't try to shove that off onto me. I was just studying how I could get you out of my $200,000.
Oh, well, let's see. What can we do? We have more trouble than one or two.
Oh, what a beauty day! What a beauty day!
Oh, well, howdy, Cedric. I ain't got time to listen to you whistle through your teeth now, Cedric.
Oh, well, I just wanted to ask you fellers if you could let me borrow 50 cents till Monday.
50 cents?
Yes, Lum.
I doggies, we'll let you have $400,000, Cedric.
$400,000?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, I'd rather just have the 50 cents if you don't mind.
Well, all right, Cedric. I don't blame you none, to be honest. Give it to him, Lum.
Oh, yeah, sure. Just a second.
Yes, sir. Money is stuff we've got, Cedric. We're rich millionaires. Huh?
I don't seem to have no cash money on me just now.
Oh.
Abner, you hand it to me.
Yeah, sure. Here, I'll give it to you. 50 cents you wanted, huh? Oh, but I ain't got but a dime here myself. All right, doggies, you was right, Lum.
I was right.
Yes, sir. We've been robbed already.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, doggies, Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, the festivities of Valentine's Day have taken precedent over the complications now confronting the old fellows. And as we look in on the little community today, we find schoolboy Cedric in the Jot 'em Down store and library making a last-minute purchase from storekeeper Abner. Listen.
Well, I don't know, Cedric. I'm feared that's all the Valentines we got left here. What you ordered on, you ought to come in here yesterday. We had a pretty good batch of them in. But you know, the school young'uns, they picked them over pretty good by now, Cedric.
Yes, Mom.
But I don't think this one here ain't so bad, Cedric.
Well, I don't want that, and I don't think.
Well, what's wrong with it? I'll admit it might be a little high. It's a nickel. But we ain't got none of them 2 for a nickel ones left, Cedric.
Oh, well, I don't care about the price, huh? I'm willing to go as high as a nickel, all right, but I want something fancier than that.
Yeah, well, we never got many fancy ones this year, Cedric.
Them little doilies and things on them.
Yeah, well, there's a paper shortage this year and everything else, you know, Cedric.
You ain't got any of them that you sort of pull out and they stand out?
No, we ain't got. I saw them, Cedric, sort of like a accordion they pull out that way, but we ain't got them.
Looks sort of like a fan.
Yeah. No, we ain't got them. This is just about the crop right here, Cedric. Yeah. You know, everything's short this year, Cedric.
Yes, Mom, I know it, but I want to get a fancy one.
Well, who's this Valentine going to be for? Clarabelle?
No, Mom, it ain't for her. That's all took care of.
Oh, well, that's good, good.
Gomer Bates helped me out there.
Gomer?
Yeah. He said I wouldn't need to buy Clarabelle a Valentine this year. Said he'd buy one instead.
Well, that was awful nice of Gomer. Wait a minute, Cedric.
That Gomer sure is a good friend to have. I don't know what I'd do without him.
Yeah, but Cedric, he's just trying to beat your time there. That's what he's doing. I wouldn't let him get away with it neither. No, sir. You better get Clarabelle a nice Valentine yourself, Cedric.
Well, I told you that's all took care of. What I need to get one for is Verbena Saxon.
Verbena Saxon? You mean that little 9-year-old Saxon girl?
Yes, Mom. She's in my class at school. She's one of my chums.
Oh.
We're having a Valentine party today, and we're all drawed names to give a Valentine to, and I drawed Verbenas.
Oh, I see.
So I got to give the fanciest one in class, because I got to live up to my high standing.
Your high standing?
Yes, Mom. See, I'm the only scholar in the 4th reader with a Social Security card, so natural, I gotta buy the fanciest Valentine.
Oh, yeah, well, I hadn't thought of it just that way. And let's see now, I'll tell you, Cedric, how about putting 2 of these in one envelope?
No, Mom, I want something bigger than that. Something with a bunch of lacy junk on it.
Yeah.
Hearts that fold out and stuff.
Yeah, we just ain't got nothing like that left, Cedric, at all.
Got to have lacy junk on it.
Yes.
Oh, high standing demands it.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't know what we could do. Hi, Dogies, wait a minute. What's this here?
Mom?
Well, looky here, Cedric. Well, here's one of them big ones stuck back in the counter here, shoved right in with the writing tablet.
Oh, has it got lacy junk on it?
Has it? You just look at that now. See, that's the shape of a big heart, too. Man, that is fancy.
Oh, hot doggity dig. That's it. Oh, that's a feller sitting in a boat rowing and...
Yeah.
Oh, he's singing songs.
Look there, the moon's made out of that shiny stuff that sparkles there. See there? Ain't that pretty now, Cedric?
That folds out there, don't it? That
heart.
Yeah,
there's a heart with an R running through it.
What does that say? Can't read.
To my Valentine. That's what it says right there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the fanciest one we got this year. Yeah, I thought sure
what I'm looking for, boy. That's it.
Wait, this one right here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fancy one. I thought sure the world we'd sold all of them.
Well, wrap it up, my high standing face.
Oh, well, this'll keep you right up there, Cedric. Oh, Dogies, wait a minute, though. I'm feared this might be a little high. See, they got price marks on here, 20 cents.
Oh, I don't care how much. Oh, 20 cents?
Yeah, mark right down there in the corner. See there, 2 O and then a C with a line through it. That's 20 cents.
Maybe I better think this over for a day or two.
Well, you can't, Cedric.
Papa says don't never rush into nothing without thinking it over careful first.
Yeah, but Cedric, you ain't got time to think this over. Today's Valentine's
Whenever he goes
Day.
to shoe a horse, he always sits there and looks him over careful before he ever slaps a shoe on him.
Yeah, but Cedric, this is a different thing. Today's Valentine's.
If he got the wrong size shoe on him, it wouldn't fit, and then he'd have to take it off.
Cedric, ain't you going to use this at the party today?
Horse would stumble.
Cedric,
Mom?
Today's Valentine's Day. You got to use this today. It ain't like shoeing a horse. Horse don't have to have shoes on Valentine, but your girl's got to have a Valentine.
Let's see. 20 cents. Huh?
Yeah, that's right.
You couldn't cut that down a little, could you?
I'm feared not, Cedric, no.
My high standing at school's at stake, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'd love to cut the price down for you, but, well, I'd have to check it with Lum first, and he ain't here now.
When'll he be back?
I don't know, but Cedric, you can afford this much. You spend more than that on a pinball machine every day.
Well, that's different, though. That's one of the necessities of life. This other is just silly stuff.
Well, according to you, why, your high standing's at stake, though, ain't it?
Yeah, that's right, ain't it?
Why, sure.
You know, I believe I'll just shoot the works and buy the doggone thing.
If I was you, I would, Cedric.
Yeah, I'll just do it. Pay cash, too.
That's our time. That's our time.
There, Mr. Abner. 20 whole cents, right?
Yeah, that's right. Nickel, dime, nickel. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Thank you, Cedric. I know Berbini's going to be a happy little girl to get
Yes, well, I'm happy, too.
Well, good. That's what we like to have, satisfied customers. Well, here, you better be getting back to school. You missed the party, Cedric. Come in. Oh, it's just you, Lum.
Yeah. Oh, hello there, Cedric. How come you ain't over at that Valentine party at the schoolhouse?
Well, I'm just on my way there now, Mr. Lum.
He had to buy a Valentine first, Lum.
Yeah, I drawed Verbina's name. Sure got a fancy Valentine for her, too. Just looky here, Mr. Lum.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, well, you better hurry, Cedric.
Yes, Mom.
Don't want to be late to the party, you know.
Hi, Granny, wait a minute. Let me see that Valentine again, Cedric.
Mom.
Let me look at that again.
Well, you saw it before, Lum. It's one of that bunch we got in the other day.
Well, here it is, Mr. Lum. Ain't it fancy? Look at the lace junk on there.
Whereabouts do you get that?
Well, I bought it. Shot the works, too.
Yeah, it was a 20-center, Lum.
Well, you can't have that, Cedric.
Why, can't he? Paid for it.
Cash money.
Why, sure.
Well, I can't help it. Give him his money back, Abner, 'cause that ain't for sale.
Why ain't it?
'Cause it just ain't, that's all.
Well, we got him here to sell, didn't we?
Well, yeah, but...
Law me, if we're going to run a store, we got to sell stuff, Lum.
Well, I need this to keep up my high standing amongst the scholars and my chums.
That Valentine ain't been sold to somebody else, has it, Lum?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, then, we better get shut of it while we can. You know the market for Valentine sort of drops off after today. All the young'uns in town has done bought theirs by now, so I don't... Doggies, wait a minute. You surely don't want this one for yourself, do you, Lum?
Why, of course not.
Did you hide this one back there at the writing tablets on a purpose?
What would I want to hide Valentines for?
Lum, you're way yonder, too old to be giving Valentine.
I ain't so. I mean,
Besides, Miss Emmeline will get all the Valentine she wants from the scholars.
I never said I was going to give it to her.
Well, that's what you're getting all red in the face for, ain't it? Look at him, Cedric. Looks like a tomato with a mustache.
Yes, Mom.
Well, you better give Lum that Valentine, Cedric.
Well, I thought you were just supposed to give them to girls.
I mean, sell it back to us so Lum can have it. Then get yourself another.
I don't want the dad blame thing. Cedric can have it.
Well, you said he couldn't have it.
Well, I was just trying to help him's all.
Help him.
That's what I said. I oughtn't to throw his money away like that. Besides, it ain't good taste to give such a big Valentine to a little girl like Verbena Saxon. One of them little ones would be way yonder better.
Well, they ain't got much lacy junk on them, though.
Well, now, there's another thing, that lacy junk. That's bad.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Looks too gaudy for one thing, and then it's too gaudy.
I thought it looked sort of nice.
Well, that just shows how wrong you can be. You take a Valentine like that, and it makes you look like you're just trying to put on airs and be somebody you ain't. First thing you know, you ain't got a friend left in the world. Ruin your life.
Well, I'll be doggone.
I don't see how that could be, Lum.
Yeah, that's the way it works, though. I've saw it happen time and time again, I think. Many's the man that's wished he'd never made the mistake of buying a big, gaudy Valentine for some girl.
Who are some of them many men, Lum?
Oh, there's lots of them. I could name you off a batch of them, but there's just too many to even start on the list.
Oh, well, just name one of them.
I ain't got time, Abner. I told you that.
Well, say, Mr. Lum, I sort of hate to ask you this.
Well, what is it, Cedric?
Well, would it be asking too much to ask you to give me my money back on this doggone old gaudy thing?
Well, I don't know, Cedric. You bought it already, and we don't like to take merchandise back.
Please, Mr. Lum.
Go on, Lum.
I'm sorry I shot the words.
If he don't want it, why, don't make him take it.
I don't want to lose all my friends. Well, of course, now, it's sort of against our rules here. Well, if you won't take it back, I don't want the doggone thing neither.
Cedric, here, now, don't throw it away. Poor about to go sailing it through there. Now
I've done it, and I'm glad. Don't never want to see it again.
Yeah, must have landed over there back of the pickle barrel somewhere.
Now sell me one of them others, Mr. Abner.
Well, all right, Cedric. Which one do you want?
Oh, I don't care just so it ain't gaudy.
Oh.
Don't want to lose all my friends.
Well, this one's nice here. It ain't got no lace on the toe.
How much is it?
Oh, well, you can just have it, Cedric. You spent enough on Valentine's today. Now, you better hurry on over there to the party.
Yes, woman, and much obliged, Mr. Abner.
It's all right. Have a good time, Cedric.
Yes, Paul.
So long.
So long.
Yeah, so long, Cedric.
Dog, as you know, Lum, when you first started... Lum! Lum, what are you going over there? Lum!
What do you want?
Well, for the land's sakes, what are you doing crawling around down there on your hands and knees behind the pickle barrel for?
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, in an effort to determine why Mr. Sutton ever offered them $2,000 for their apparently worthless piece of property up in the hills, Lum and Abner are making another nocturnal inspection trip into the mountains. They're planning to examine an old silver mine shaft which Lum thinks might have an undiscovered vein running under their property. As we look in on the old fellows now, we find them in the hills, pausing for a minute as the darkness of night begins to close in upon them. Listen.
Yes, Cutie. I would have swore the opening of that mine was right in here somewhere.
You don't reckon that Mr. Sutton could have moved it, do you, Lum?
Oh, no, silly. You can't move a hole in the ground. Let's see now. There's a chance that it might be over that way a little further. I might have miscalculated.
Yeah, well, Lum, I don't think we're going to find that thing. Leastways not now. It's getting too dark to see anything. Why do we have to come up here at night this way anyway?
Well, of course, we don't want nobody else to know we're up here looking for anything.
Doggy, they won't. You can't see your hand in front of your face here.
I
don't like the dark, Lum.
I know there's something up here, 'cause that feller wouldn't have offered us all that money for this property of ours if it wasn't worth something.
And I wish we could come up here in the daylight. That's what I wish. I hate darkness.
Folks will see us up here and know that we're looking for something. Might start a gold rush or something.
Well, I'd rather they'd see us than me to be scared to death. I know
Well,
that.
we got flashlights. We've just got to examine that old mine shaft tonight. That's all they are to it.
Oh, my.
If there's a vein of silver running from it over under our property, Grannies, I want to know about it.
Well, even if there is, Lum, it'd still be there tomorrow. That stuff can't crawl out of the ground by itself and run away.
I know, but I'm anxious to find out about this. If we're actual millionaires, I'd love to know it.
The way I feel now, I'd just at least be poor, but happy. I'm tired, Lum.
Well, come on, let's just walk a little bit further. I know that mine shaft's right around here somewhere.
Lum,
I
I'm
saw it
tired.
1,001 times.
I'm hungry. Old Blue's tired, too. Just look at him. Doggy, there's a tired dog if I ever seen one. Look at him hanging his head there.
Well, he's getting old. I told you oughtn't to let him follow us up here.
Well, I just figured if we got lost up here, he could help us find our way back to town.
Help us? Granny, you're lucky if you don't have to carry him home.
Oh, no. He'll make it going downhill. That dog knows these hills a heap better than we do, I know that. Yeah, come on, Blue, old boy, come on. Come on now. Just a little farther, we can rest, Lum says.
Granny, it is getting dark.
That's what I've been telling you.
Yeah, we might have to wait till morning after all.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's turn around and go back home right now.
No, we ain't going home. We'll camp up here again tonight, and then we can get a good early start in the morning.
Hey, Lum, watch out. You're going to step in a hole there. Watch out.
Granny's, wait a minute. That's it. That's the entrance to the mine. That's what we're looking for. All right, Granny's, we found it, Abner. We found it.
Well, hooray for us.
Granny's, ain't you excited about it, Abner?
Oh, yeah, awful excited, yeah. Now we can go home. Come on.
Of course not. We're going down in there now and see what we can see.
Oh, I know that was coming next.
Come on, let's get started. Better get your flashlight out. It's dark as pitch in there.
Yeah, Lum, I believe if we waited till tomorrow.
No. There's no time like the present. I've always said that. Never put off till tomorrow what you can't put off today. Come on, let's go.
Well, wait a minute, Lum.
No. Well, what is it to wait for?
I don't think I can go down in there with you right now.
Why not?
Why, there ought to be some reason. Oh, I know. I've lost my flashlight.
No, you ain't. You got it right in your hand there.
Oh.
Come on now. Let's not waste no more time.
Doggies, wait a minute, Lum. Elizabeth, give me a letter, and I forgot to mail it. I'll be back.
Wait a minute. Come back here, you idiot. You can't mail no letter up here in the mountains.
No, I can't. I've got to go clean back to town to the post office.
Abner, that's ridiculous. The post office ain't open for one thing, and it'll get there just as quick as if you mail it tomorrow. Come back here.
Yeah, but what if we get lost down in that mine there and don't get back tomorrow?
Well, we won't. Or to know our way out. You said yourself your dog would help us find our way back if we got lost.
Yeah, but this letter's important, Lum. It's a V-mail letter to Little Pearl.
Well, you can mail it tomorrow.
You know, it's a good idea to use that V-mail stuff when you're writing to nurses or soldiers or anybody overseas, Lum.
Well, I know it is.
Everybody ought to write to the soldiers and sailors just as often as they can. Write a lot of short, cheerful letters. That's the best thing to do.
Abner, I know all of that. You don't
they
have
like
to
to
tell
hear
me
about
how to
their
write a
families.
letter.
Love to hear from their families and their friends and things that go on in their hometown, all such as that. They love to get letters.
You don't need to tell me that stuff. I know how to write a letter.
Well, it's the truth, though.
I know it is. You're dead right. But this ain't hardly the time to discuss it. Halfway up a mountain in the middle of the night. Come on now, let's get down in that mine.
Well, all right. Come on, Blue. Let's go. Come on, boy. Come on. He don't act like he wants to go down in there.
Well, he'll follow us. Come on, let's go.
Lum, do you know they take them V-mail letters that you write and photograph them down to where they ain't no bigger than a postage stamp?
Yeah, I read that. Come on.
You know they can pack 1,800 of them V-mail letters into a littler space in a cigarette package.
I've saw 'em, for goodness sakes,
And that's why it's such a good idea to use V-mail when you're writing to somebody overseas, see? It lightens the mail load and don't take up space that's needed for guns and food and all such as that for the soldiers, you know.
I know as much about V-mail letters as you do.
Yeah, well, they're the best things to use, Mom. They don't cost much, neither. You can send one of them clean overseas for just 3 cents. And the blanks you write on, they don't cost nothing. You can get 2 of them most anywhere free.
Abner, you know you're just stalling around. What's the matter anyway? Are you scared to go down in that mine? I'd be ashamed if I was you.
Well, I ain't scared, hardly. It's just that, well, I'm hungry, Lum. We better go home and get something to eat first. That's
Oh, dear goodness, I never have saw such a fraidy cat. Are you going down there with me or not?
Well, yeah, that's a good idea, Lum. Yeah, that's a good one. You go down in there, and then I'll wait out here for you. I'll guard the entrance for you. Me and Blue, we'll watch over you.
It'd be a fine pair to be guarding it for me.
Oh, we'll guard it, Lum.
In the first place, we don't need nobody to guard the entrance. Come on, you're going down in there if I have to drag you. Wait a minute, come back here.
Yeah, I'm going home, Lum.
Well, come here and let me talk to you.
Well, you can talk to me from there. There's a sign there that says, danger, keep out.
Well, if that's all that's bothering you, I'll take the sign down. Now, come on, I'll lead the way to show you there ain't nothing to be feared of. Hurry up now.
Well, all right. I don't know where I can make it or not, though, Lum. I'm so hungry I'm liable to starve to death any minute.
Well, here, I got a surprise for you. Here's 2 cans of sardines and a box of crackers.
Well, good. Let's eat.
We're going to eat down in the mine. Now, if you want part of these, you better come on.
Let's see 'em. Turn your flashlight on. Let me see.
Here they are. See? 2 cans.
Doggy, you have got 'em, ain't you?
Better come on, bro. I'm starting right down in there right now. When I get down there, I'm going to eat 'em myself.
Well, wait a minute. I'm coming. Come on, Blue. Come on, boy. Come on. Oh, he's looking. Come on, Blue. Still acts like he don't want to go down in there.
Well, come on. He'll follow us. Here, you go ahead. I'll shine the light ahead of you.
Yeah, you go ahead, Lum. You got the light there.
Well, you got a flashlight, too. Turn yours on.
Well, I did, but it don't work no more. The batteries are all wore out.
I don't believe that. Let's see the thing.
Well, just look at it. Look there.
Huh. 'Tis wore out.
It won't work.
Well, all right. I'll go ahead.
Yeah.
Swan to goodness, you're the biggest fraidy cat I ever seen. Or get me in the lead so something... come on, this opening's awful gnarly now. We'll have to crawl through it.
Hey, go ahead. I'm right behind you.
Well, wait, take it easy. We ain't playing leapfrog here.
Oh, excuse me.
Granny's it's sure musty down in here, ain't it?
Yeah. Maybe we ought to stop and eat right now, Lum.
Oh, my goodness, what was that? Did you...
Look out, Lum. You're stepping on my hand.
Oh.
Go ahead. It weren't nothing but a bat or a hoot owl.
Scared the daylights out of me. Went right by my face.
Well, this place is full of varmints. I could have told you that.
Well, that dog of yours will run 'em out.
Yeah, if he's following us. I don't think he is. He's got more sense than to come down here.
Now, if I recollect right, this opening here leads into a pretty good-sized room. This was the main part of the mine.
Yeah, I've been down here before. Years ago, we run a wildcat in here once, or a panther or something. Never was sure what it was.
Hush up about such things now.
Huh?
Now, another couple of foot and we ought to be in the main room. Are you making it all right?
Yeah, I'm coming. Kind of a tight squeeze, but I'm getting through. Sure is damp in here, ain't it?
Yeah, it is, sorta.
Water all over that floor there. I'd hate to stay down here for long, catch my death of the pneumonia. Wait a minute, what happened to the light? Lum, where are you, Lum?
I'm right here.
Oh.
But something's went wrong with my flashlight now.
Oh, my.
Them batteries we bought must not have been much good. Yeah, strike a match, Abner.
Yeah, if I can find one here, well, don't you such a place.
Wait a minute, here's one. Now, see if you can find some boards laying around here any place. Build up a little far.
Far?
See, getting around down here in the dark.
No, me neither, no.
Yeah, fire will sort of help dry the place out, too.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Hold the match over this way, Lum.
Yeah. Ain't that a board leaning against the wall over there?
Where?
Right behind you. Right there in that opening we just come through.
Oh, yeah, that's part of the prop or scaffolding or something there.
Wait, here's a board right here under my foot.
Yeah, hand it here. I'll see if I can't knock this one loose here.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah. I believe it's coming a little here.
Wait a minute, Abner, I just happened to think. That board you're hitting there might be holding up the whole
Yes,
roof.
I got it now.
Look out, there's the dirt falling down there.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy's Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Lum's plan of examining an old silver mine in the hills to determine if an undiscovered vein of silver ran into their property ended in a near tragedy. Shortly after entering the mine shaft, they accidentally knocked a prop down, causing the entrance to cave in. As we look in on the old fellows now, we find them trapped in the mine, wearily trying to dig their way out. Listen.
It ain't no use, Abner. We're just wasting our time digging here.
Yeah, wasting our strength, too. Doggy, I'm tired, Lum.
Yeah, me too. I'm wore to a frazzle. Wore to a frazzle.
Yeah, we ain't getting no place this way, I can see that. Of course, on the other hand, we can't just sit here and not do nothing. I want to get out of this place, Lum.
Well, I want out too, Abner, but she's caving in just as fast as we dig. I'm afraid we'll keep loosening that dirt there till the whole thing caves in on us.
You mean this room where we're at here?
Why, sure, it's liable to.
Oh, my.
Reckon how long we been in here?
I don't know. Seems like a couple of weeks to me.
Well, I know it ain't been that long. Wished I'd have thought to have brung a calendar along.
Wished I'd have thought not to come down here in the first place. I don't care if it's a vein of silvers and gold and diamonds, sapphires, everything else running from this mine shaft over onto our property. I wished I weren't here.
Well, right now I don't care much neither. Just a piece of fried chicken would look way yonder better to me than the biggest hunk of silver in the whole world.
You say fried chicken?
Yeah. This is what a feller gets for trying to get rich quick. Trying to make himself a lot of money. We ought to have been satisfied with what we had. We was just getting along all right in the store there. We was happy. Never had much, but actual we had all we needed. What's wrong with us anyway? Why don't we use this little old brain of ours? Do we always have to be out trying to get more money? Why can't we know when we're well off? Why can't we, Abner?
Bogus fried chicken.
Yeah, fried chicken. Abner, stop talking about that.
Well, I'm hungry, Lum. Let's open up that last can of sardines.
No, I told you we ain't going to do that. We got to save them sardines.
Well, we got some crackers. Let's eat them then.
Well, we got to save the crackers, too. We don't know how long we're going to be down here. We've got to make what few victuals we got last as long as we can.
If we don't eat pretty soon, why, the victuals is going to last longer than we do. I'd hate for folks to find me laying here starved to death with a whole can of sardines right next to me. Folks would think I was touched in the head.
Yeah, by that time you won't care what folks thinks about you.
Now, Lum, now don't say that now.
I'm sorrowful, Abner. That was the wrong thing to say. What we've got to do is try to keep up each other's morals. Be cheerful and all that.
I know what'd keep my morals up better than anything right now, and that's a couple of them little old sardines.
No, you can't have them now.
Just one sardine.
No.
Just a half. Just one little bitty fin off of one.
No, I'm sorry, Abner. It ain't time to eat yet.
Well, how do you know what time it is? It's so dark in here you can't see your watch, and you ain't got no matches left.
I know it, but I'm just going by my instincts.
Well, that's what I'm going by, too. Mine tells me it's time to eat, right this minute.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. Just hold off a little longer till you just can't stand it no more, and then we'll each have a fourth of a sardine and a half a cracker.
Lum, I come to that point about 2 hours ago. Figured I'd give everything I got for a big plate of fried pork chops right now.
Abner, just quit concentrating on food.
Oh,
Stop talking about it. That's your whole trouble right there.
I'll say it's my whole trouble.
If you just try to forget about it now, you can have anything in the world you want to eat when we get out of here.
Yeah, that's just it. When are we going to get out, though?
Well, I don't know exactly. Somebody'll find us eventually. I hope. Surely.
But I don't know how. Nobody knows where we're at.
Yeah, but folks are going to see the stores close and get to missing us and start looking for us, I hope.
Well, supposing they do start looking for us, they don't know where we're at, Lum.
Well, they could trail us.
Trail us?
Yeah.
I doubt it, the way you circle back and forth over them mountains coming up here. Besides, they don't even know that we're in the mountains. You had us keep it such a great big secret where we's going.
Yeah, I know I did.
Wouldn't even let me tell my own woman, Elizabeth, where I was going.
Yeah, I can see I was wrong now. It's all my fault.
No.
I reckon a feller ought to always confide in his woman and trust her and all that.
Tell her where he's going. I'll always do that from here out.
It's funny how much clearer you can see things down in a dark hole in the ground than you can out in the daylight.
Well, I believe if I was having my druthers, I'd rather be out in the daylight and be mixed up on them other things. Lum, you sure enough think anybody'll ever find us in here?
Why, sure they will, I think. As long as we're missing, folks are bound to start worrying about us. Elizabeth will be worried.
Yeah, bless her heart. Bless her little heart.
Dick Huddleston, Squire Skimp, Grandpappy Spears. I know Grandpap will be worried about it. Something wonderful.
Yeah, Grandpap will. Reckon what old Grandpap's doing right now. I wonder if he's getting up a searching party to look for her.
Yeah, morning, Squire. Mind if I come in? Are you busy?
What? Oh, well, good morning, Grandpap. No, come right in. Have a chair there. Got a little desk work I was just finishing up here.
Yeah, all right, I'll just sit here.
Be through in just a minute. Just finishing up a short note to my good friend Morgenthau.
Yeah, I don't believe I know him. Cherry Hill boy, is he?
No, he's in Washington, Grandpap.
Oh.
Some of his helpers seem to be a little confused about a certain matter. My income tax.
Mixed up here, then.
Yeah, well, that ought to do it. A couple rubber stamps now on here, and we're all set.
You always put them things on, don't you?
Oh, yes. It makes it legal, Grandpap. What brings you to the office this fine morning?
Oh, nothing much. I just dropped by the Jot 'em Down store and noticed it still ain't open.
Not open?
No, sir.
Why, it must be at least 10 o'clock. Abner's always down there promptly at 7 sweeping out.
Yeah, him or Lum, neither one's there now.
Yeah. Did they go out of town or something?
Well, that's what I come by to ask you. Thought maybe you knowed.
No.
They never mentioned nothing to me about going nowhere.
Well, I don't know anything about it either, Grandpap. More than likely they just slipped away on a little trip or something. Or perhaps they overslept.
Yeah, they ought to pay better attention to that store of theirs. They got a good business there, them fellers, but every time something else comes up, they close up and leave out.
Yes, they're not the businessmen that they should be, Grandpap. I've long known that. Say, Grandpap, I was looking over the buildings on your place the other day, and I was just wondering if you had them covered with sufficient fire insurance.
Well, we don't have many fires out there, Squire.
Well, no, but you never can tell, you know. And, excuse me a minute, Grandpap, I believe that's my ring.
Yeah, go ahead and get it. I got to be going pretty soon. New Police Gazette's due down to barber shop today.
Hello, Filbert and Skimp Casualty, also real estate and small investment, Squire Skimp speaking. Well, how are you this fine and lovely morning, my dear Mrs. Peabody?
Ask her whereabouts Abner's at, Squire.
What's that? Well, where is he? Well, if he said he was going someplace with Lum, why, that's undoubtedly where he is, then. Yes, I know that the store's still closed. Grandpappy Spears just told me. Yes, well, that is strange. Well, naturally, I don't blame you for being worried, no.
Hey, what's happened, Squire?
Just a minute, Grandpap. What was that, Miss Peabody? Oh, no, now, I don't think anything like that has happened. Well, I'll tell you now, you let me look into this matter and I'll call you back as soon as I find out anything. Well, now, don't you worry, Miss Peabody. I'm sure that it's nothing serious. Well, they'll undoubtedly show up sometime this morning. Well, just don't worry now, and I'll do everything that I can to find him. If you'll just give me one little tiny sardine, I won't ask for nothing else for the rest of the day, or night, or whatever it is.
No, Abner, now we've got something more important than sardines to worry about. We got to figure out how to get out of here. We got to study up some way to let the searching party know where we're at.
Well, I don't know how we can do that, Lum.
They've got a searching party.
It won't do no good to holler or something like that. They could be standing right practical on top of us, and they'd never hear us through all that dirt.
No, there must be some other way.
Could shoot off a canyon if we had one. But ain't got it. Doggies, Lum, we're just goners. I just feel it in my bones.
Now,
we ain't
just
got a
cash up that kind of talk, Abner.
We ain't.
We got to keep up our courage. It's just as hard on me as it is on you. Even harder. It's my fault we ever come down here and... Wait a minute. Look yonder, Abner.
Where?
Sort of back of you there.
Huh?
Looks like a pair of eyes.
Oh, yeah, I see him. Over there by that little tunnel that goes on back in the mine there. Doggies, I bound you, that's my dog, Lum. He's found his way down here. Come here, Blue. Here, Blue. Come here, boy.
Granny's if that's old Blue, there must be another way to get in the mine. Another opening. we're saved,
Yeah,
Abner.
yeah,
Blue
hooray.
never come in here with us.
No, we
Good
never.
for old Blue.
Yeah, come on, Blue. Come here. Don't you know me? Come here, old boy. Come here,
Take
Blue.
him there, Abner, and we'll have him show us the way out.
Yeah, if I can. Come here, Blue. Come here, boy.
Well,
Come
grab
on.
him there. Grab him. He's backing away.
Yeah, I've got him, Lum. I got him.
Wait a minute, Abner. Put that thing down, you crazy idiot. That ain't Blue. That's a wildcat. Turn him loose.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, since Lum and Abner mysteriously vanished from Pine Ridge, their friends have become increasingly anxious about them. Little has been done to find them yet, because the old fellows had kept their trip into the hills a complete secret. And now let's look in on the old abandoned silver mine where Lum and Abner are still trapped by a cave-in. Listen.
Here, Lum, you take a stick and dig for a while. My hands is getting sore.
Well, it won't do no good to dig no ways, Abner. We've run into solid rock every direction we dug in. Now, we'll never dig ourselves out of here, I'll tell you that. Especially not with nothing but sticks to work with.
Well, what are we going to do, Lum?
Well, I ain't sure. I reckon the best thing to do, just save our strength and just hope somebody will find us before it's too late.
Lum, if they's going to find us, they'd found us before now.
Well, I doubt that. They don't know where to start hunting. We kept it a secret where we was going, so far as they know, we might be down in the swamps or anywhere but the mountains here.
Yeah. Wished I'd have done like I generally do and told everybody the secret about where we was going.
Yeah, we so too.
But I just thought for once in my life I'd do the right thing and not blab it all over. Dad blame me anyway. No matter what I do, it's always a wrong thing.
Well, now, don't go feeling that way. It's my fault we're here. I'm the one with or to have his breeches kicked.
Oh, now, don't start talking like that neither now, Lum.
No, you're right. We're down here, and that's that. What's been done's been done, and nobody can change that.
No.
Wonder what day it is.
Oh, I ain't got the least idea. Don't reckon it makes much difference, we ain't going no place I know of.
No, but keeping track of the days sort of gives you something to keep your mind on.
Yeah. I've heard of fellers that got lost keeping track of the days by cutting notches in a piece of wood. Of course, we wouldn't know what day to start with, though, I reckon.
No. And as long as we can't tell when it's day and night, we couldn't tell when the day's up, neither.
No. And besides that, I don't believe I've got enough strength to cut a notch in a piece of wood the way I feel now.
No. I'd be feared to try to gnaw a notch in it. Feared I'd eat the whole stick, hungry as I am.
Oh, yeah.
I believe we better just give up that idea.
Yeah. I'm sorrowful I ever mentioned it.
I guess we've been in here 3 or 4 days, though, anyway.
Oh, it's bound to be longer than that, Lum. I know I couldn't get this hungry in that length of time.
Mind out now. Recollect we said we weren't going to talk about eating.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. No, I ain't hungry. Ain't hungry a bit. Just ain't nothing else to think about, though, I reckon.
Well, sure, that's our trouble right there. We've got to keep our minds off of eating. If we just had some drinking water, we could get along without food for a little while longer. We ain't going to starve. We still got that other can of sardines. Or leastways, we got part of it left and a few of them crackers.
Yeah, sardines and crackers. We couldn't have brung nothing along with it that'd make us as thirsty as sardines and crackers. My mouth's all swole up here.
Mine is too, but I hadn't said nothing about it. Lips is all dried and swelled up. We're needing water. There ain't no question about that.
Yeah, there just ain't no use pretending no longer, Lum. I've just got to have some water now. Dadgummit all, I just got to have some water. I got to have it. That's all there to
Now,
it.
wait a minute. That ain't no way to act.
Well, I can't help it, Lum. I'm thirsty.
I know, but that ain't gonna help matters none. Let's quit talking about it. Just change the subject. You know, I was just thinking of a funny joke Mose Mooch was telling the other day.
Mose?
Yeah, he's a comical feller, so Mose.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah, he'd about have us dying laughing if he's down here. I wished he was down here with us.
If I was having my druthers, I'd rather be up there with him.
Yeah, that's a good one, Abner. Yeah, I'd rather be up there with him. Yeah, you see, it ain't so bad being down here if you just keep laughing about it.
I reckon so. If it just weren't for this everlasting darkness down here, Lum.
Everlasting darkness. Darkness, just dark. If it just get light for a minute, if I could just see you, see where you're at, but just sitting waiting for what? How do we even know they're looking for us? If we could just help ourselves, do something, just anything. I'm sorry, Abner.
Oh, all right. I've let loose a time or two myself, too.
Yeah, but we oughtn't to do it, Abner. Just makes matters worse.
Oh, sure it does.
Yeah, we got to be bigger than the fix we're in. We've got to keep our heads. This is a fight, and we've got to lick it.
Where are you, Lum? I want to shake your hand.
Yeah, here. Put her there.
Where? Oh, yeah, there you are.
Hey, we can beat this thing, Abner. Granny, your hand feels like it's all skinned up.
Yeah, it's them blisters from digging. That wildcat I caught never done me no good neither, I reckon.
I just hope you don't get 'em infected. Yeah, we got to take good care
Here, wait a
of 'em.
minute, Lum. Look over there. Them eyes again.
Yeah, it's that wildcat. He's come up the tunnel 2 or 3 times while you was asleep there. Stands there staring for a while and then goes back.
Yeah, where's them rocks we laid out for him?
Right here, but let's don't chunk at him unless he tries to come closer. He's bound to be getting hungry, too. I reckon we're beginning to look pretty good to him.
Yeah. He's beginning to look pretty good to me, too.
Well, don't start nothing with him now.
No, I won't. Reckon he's got a den back down in there somewhere.
Yeah, more than likely. Hi, Granny's, wait a minute. You know something, Abner? That varmint might have some place back in there where he's getting water to drink.
Water?
Well, sure. Wildcats can't live without water no more than humans can. I bound you there's some water seeping through back there summers.
I noggins there might be a tad, Lum. Only trouble is that wildcat's back there.
Hi, Granny's, I don't care what's back there. I'm going back in that tunnel and find out. If there's water in this mine, we've just got to find it. We've got to do it.
Hello, Huddleston Store. Yeah, this is Dick. Oh, how are you, Miss Emmeline? No, we haven't heard a thing about Lum.
Yeah, nor Abner neither, as far as that goes.
No, we haven't sent out a searching party because we haven't got the least idea where to start looking. Well, don't worry now. We're doing all we can. I will. Yes, certainly. All right. Goodbye.
Hey, Miss Emmeline's pretty worried about old Lum, huh?
Yes, she is, Grandpap. Be honest, I'm a little worried myself, too. You know, it just seems strange to me that they'd be gone this long without telling somebody where they are.
Yeah, it's peculiar, all right. Never happened before.
We just had some clue to go on. Why, then... Wait a minute. There comes Squire Skimp. Maybe he's found out something.
Yeah, that's right. He went into the county seat to see what he could find out.
Yeah. Yeah, howdy, Squire. Come on in.
Yeah, what'd you find out, Squire?
Well, sir, practically nothing, men. I checked the depot there at the county seat and the bus depot, and I talked to the mail hack driver. And there's just no trace of either Lum or Abner.
Well, I do know.
However, I had another talk with Mrs. Peabody, and I found out that Abner took his dog along with him.
Old Blue, you mean?
Yes, I believe that's what they called him, Grandpap. She said that the dog followed Abner away from the house that evening, and that he's been gone ever since.
Jimmy, that means they ain't went out of town nowhere then, because I know Abner wouldn't take that dog along on no trip.
By Jacks, wait a minute. They must have gone out hunting. Why, sure, that's it. Why didn't we think of that before? Abner was just afraid to tell his wife where they were going for fear she wouldn't let him go.
No, that ain't no good, Richard.
Well, why not, Grandpap? Sounds logical to me.
When you go hunting, you take a gun along, don't you?
Well, naturally.
Well, they never.
How do you know?
Well, that time my cousin Orrin was here a couple of months ago, I borrowed Lum's gun for him and Abner's gun for myself for a little hunting trip, and the guns are still over there at my place.
Are you sure, Grandpap?
Yeah, no there. Dead sure.
Well, by George, this thing gets more baffling all the time. I thought sure that we had a clue there.
Yes, sir, I'm mixed up something wonderful now. I don't know what to think about this whole pigeon-toed thing no more.
Well, I don't know which way to turn myself, Grandpap. Oh, excuse me a minute, I believe that's my ring.
Yeah, I hate sitting around not doing nothing, but I don't know what to do.
Hello, Huddleston Store. Oh, yes, how are you, Elizabeth? What's that? He did? When did he get home?
Well, for goodness sakes, Abner must be home.
Well, have you any idea where he's been? I see. Uh-huh.
Ask her to let me talk to old Abner. I want to talk
It's
to old
not
Abner.
Abner that's come back, Grandpap. It's his dog, Old Blue.
Oh.
That means that something's happened to those fellas, because otherwise that dog wouldn't have come back home by himself.
Jiminy, that's right, Richard.
Does she have any idea where the dog came from, Dick?
No, all she knows is that he's in pretty bad shape, Squire. His paws are all covered with red clay, she said.
Well, now, there's a lot of red clay up in the mountains, special over toward
By Jacks, that might be it, too, Grandpap. Hello, Elizabeth? I think maybe you've given us a clue we're looking for. Well, no, but we're going to round up a searching party and start looking right away. Yes, Mom, right this minute. Goodbye. Grandpap, you get hold of Cedric. Squire, you go over to ours and round up some horses. I'll make an announcement over the party line.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I dog his Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, yesterday, Abner's dog, Old Blue, returned home pretty bedraggled and with his paws covered with red clay. Dick Huddleston and Grandpappy Spears, because of the red clay in the hills surrounding Pine Ridge, took this as a clue that Lum and Abner were lost somewhere in the mountains, and immediately they organized 2 searching parties. As we look in on the old fellows, we find them still entombed in the abandoned silver mine. Both of them are beginning to suffer from the strain of their imprisonment. Listen.
The worst part I hate, Elizabeth, is leaving you and little Pearl. Sort of extra bad, too, with little Pearl being over in France summer. Just wish she could be at home with you. I hope she grows up to be as fine a woman as her mama is. Neither one of you ever will know how much I cared for you. Don't reckon I showed it lots of times. I had it all to do over again, I would, though. I know there's things that I could have did for you that I never done.
Is that you talking, Abner? Who you talking to?
Nobody. I just... Nothing.
I reckon I was dreaming. I thought I heard you talking to Elizabeth.
Oh, well, I was, sorter.
How long have I been asleep, anyway?
Oh, right smart while, Lum.
How you feeling?
About the same, I reckon. Still awful weak.
Here, let me feel your forehead.
Well, I'm all right, Lum.
Here, wait a minute. Hold still.
Have I got any fevers?
Is there any water left in that hat?
No, I drunk the last of it a little bit ago, Lum. I weren't but just a little in there. I was thirsty.
Expect I better crawl back down the tunnel and fetch another hatful.
Well, here, I'll go with you, Lum, if I can get up
No,
here.
now, you lay back down there, Abner. I can get it.
I just don't like the idea of you going back down in that tunnel by yourself that way.
By myself? For goodness sakes, ain't nothing gonna bother me. That wildcat's just as scared of me as I am of him. Now, lay down there, Abner. You don't want to be stirring around. You've got fevers.
Fevers?
Yeah, feared you have, Abner. We'll put some cold water on your head and see if that won't cool you off. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Well, Grandpap, you might as well go on home, I guess, and get some sleep. No use hanging around the store here.
No, I can't sleep now, Richard. I just keep thinking about Abner and old Lum. Just wish we could get some trace of them. If we could have found out where they was last night, we was out there in the hills. Get away, Blue. Get away, dog. Get.
Yeah, we'll go out there again today, Grandpap, as quick as we get some more fellas together. Maybe that other bunch has found some trace of them.
Yeah, they sure staying out long enough.
Yeah, well, of course, that might be a good sign, you know. Tell you, with Cedric leading them, why, they might do some good. I don't believe there's anybody around here that knows those hills better than Cedric does.
Yeah, that's one thing you'll have to say for that, boy. Blue, I told you to get away. Go on now, get. Go on, this dog Abner's is a nuisance.
Yeah, I know he's been hanging around here ever since I got back. I just sort of hate to run him off. Hey, lay down, Blue. Go on, get out of the way now.
I reckon he's just lonesome for Abner. Keeps pulling on my breeches leg here.
Yeah. Been doing that to everybody that comes in the store. I guess he just wants to be petted, lonesome, you know.
Yeah. Pretty fine old dog, ain't you, Blue? Yes, sir. Abner sure thought the world of you. What do you want, old boy? What is it? Here, now, leave that breeches leg alone. Don't be pulling on my clothes now. I won't have nothing to do with you.
By Jack's Grandpap, look at old Squire coming up out there. He's so stove up and tramping over the hills last night he can't hardly navigate.
Oh,
Look at him.
Well, he ain't used to that kind of walking, I don't reckon. Yeah, I thought for a while there last night we was going to have to carry him back to town.
Man, I guess we all got pretty tired. We must have walked a good 30 miles there.
Yeah, come in, Squire.
Yeah, what's the matter with you there, Squire? You look all stove up.
Well, I'll tell you, man, I never was so sore and stiff in all my life.
Just can't take it, huh?
Oh, I guess not, Grandpap. I couldn't hardly get up out of bed this morning. Let me sit down here. Oh, me, oh, my.
I know just how you feel.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Lum and Abner are not in any part of those mountains that we were in last night. I know that.
No, we covered that ground awful close there. I don't believe we missed a foot of it.
No, I know we didn't, Grandpap.
Squire, you don't know whether any of that other searching party's got back yet or not, do you?
Well, no, I haven't seen any of them, Dick. They're still out, huh?
Yeah, I just kind of got a feeling that they've got some trace of them by them staying out this long.
Jiminy, I hope so. Special for Elizabeth's sake.
Yeah.
Swan, I feel so sorrowful for Abner's woman, I don't know what to do, hardly. Come by there a while ago, she's taking it awful hard.
Yeah, sure. I haven't seen her today, but the wife was over there and spent the night with her last night. Said she was awful tore up over it, naturally.
Well, I went by there to try to console her, but I don't think I helped none. Look, the dog's took up with Squire now.
Here, get away from here. Whose dog is this, anyway?
That's Abner's dog. That's old Blue. One of the best varmint dogs in this part of the country. He's an extra.
Yeah, here, Blue, lay down now. Come on, lay down. Get out of the way.
He's going to tear somebody's clothes pulling on him that way. Look at that.
Wait a minute. Ain't that Cedric coming across the road over yonder?
Yeah, I believe it is, Grandpap. They're back.
Well, good. Maybe he's got some good news.
Who all was with that other bunch anyway, Dick? Well, I don't know who, old Squire. There's 15 or 20 of them. Well, Foster and Emmett Goshen, Ari Hodgkin.
Oh, they was old Red McLeod was along with him. Haphazard and Sid Martin, a whole gang of them.
Yeah, they were. Hello, Cedric. When'd you get in?
Oh, we just got back.
Well, did you find any trace of them?
No, Mom. Did you fellers?
No, we didn't, Cedric. We were kind of hoping that you fellas might have found something since you've been gone so long.
No, Mom. They're not back there east of town, I'll guarantee you that.
East of town?
Yes, Mom. We covered every foot of that ground. Spread out about a quarter of a mile apart and went clean over Eagle Mountain, down through Hog Jaw Valley, and circle around up there over that by that old silver mine, and then over Baldy Ridge, and come out by that Pin Oak Flats down there by Eli White's place.
Well, say, you did cover a lot of ground, didn't you?
Yeah, never seen no signs of no kind, huh?
No, Mom, we sure never.
Oh, man, I hate to hear that. I just had a hunch that you fellas are going to find some trace of them up there.
Well, we ain't quitting yet. We ain't done looking. We figured we'd come in and eat and rest a while and then strike out again.
Well, I don't know, Cedric. I just don't think there's much use.
Mom?
I mean, in looking up in the mountains, leastways.
Yeah, you're right there, Richard. Cedric and his bunch covered all the hills to the east, and we combed everything to the west.
Yeah. I'm just afraid that red clay that old Blue had on his paws there was a bad steer. He must have got that someplace else besides up in the mountains after all.
Well, whereabouts you reckon he got it then?
Well, I don't know, Grandpap.
Whereabouts do you think we ought to start searching next, Mr. Dick?
Well, I don't know that either, Cedric. All I know is that as far as ever finding them up there in the hills, we just might as well give up. Just give up.
How does that feel, Abner? Does your head feel any cooler?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm all right, Lum.
This ought to be running your fever down, cold as this water is. I didn't tell you, Abner, but you had a right smart of a fever there.
Yeah, well, I sort of figured I did. I just never wanted to say nothing about it, though.
Yeah. Tell me honest now, how do you feel?
Well, I'm feeling better. Honest I am, Lum. Now just quit worrying about me.
What you need, Abner, is nourishment. Something to eat.
Oh.
I'm glad now we saved that can of sardines. They're part of it anyway. And there's a good handful of crackers left, too.
No, I ain't hungry now, Lum.
Yeah, but you need it, Abner. You gotta eat. I'm gonna get the stuff out here and we'll eat it all. Don't that sound good to you? We'll have us a regular banquet. Yes, sir. Just me and you, Abner, a banquet.
No, Lum, you better save them for yourself.
Now, don't talk that way, Abner. They're half yours.
Oh, yeah, but...
We may as well eat 'em and enjoy 'em while we can. Sardines and crackers. Hot dog. What could be better? Here you are, Abner.
No, you go ahead, you eat 'em, Lum. Might give you strength enough to hold out till somebody can get you out of here.
Well, just to be honest, Abner, I don't think we're going to get out. As far as anybody ever find us up here, we might as well give up that idea right now. Just give it.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Lum and Abner are still trapped in an old abandoned silver mine back in the hills. Several searching parties, going on the only clue they have, the red clay which Abner's dog was covered with when he returned home, have combed the mountains surrounding Pine Ridge, but have found no trace of the old fellow. As we look in on the little community today, we find Squire Skimp just entering Dick Huddleston's store. Listen.
Come in. Oh, howdy, Squire. Come on back.
Well, good morning, Grandpa.
What can I do for you?
Well, what's going on? Are you running the store here now?
Yeah, I am today, leastways.
Where's Dick?
Well, him and Cedric's going out in the mountains to take one more look for Lum and Abner. Got me to stay in the store for him.
Oh, well, I don't know, Grandpap. I've got a feeling that Lum and Abner aren't back in those mountains. If they were, why, one of our searching parties would have found them by this time, surely.
Yes, sir. Now, that's exactly what I told them, but they wouldn't listen to me. Richard's the one that's going to go. He's got some kind of a crazy idea about that dog Abner's, old Blue.
About the dog?
Yeah, you know, the one that's been hanging around the store here ever since Abner disappeared.
Oh, yes, I know. He was the one that gave us a clue to searching the mountains to start with. All that red clay had on his paws when he came back the other day. However, I think we proved pretty well that that clue is unfounded, Grandpap.
Why, sure, the dog might have got that clay on his feet up in the mountains, all right, but he must have went up there after he left Abner.
Yes, that's undoubtedly it. What's this new idea about him that you say Dick's got now?
Well, see, you know how the dog's been whining around here, pulling on everybody's breeches leg that comes in?
Oh, yes.
After where he'd start out the front door and look back and see if anybody was following him, then he'd turn around and come back.
Yes, he's a nuisance, all right. Just lonesome for Abner, I guess.
Why, sure, that's what's wrong with him. Want somebody to follow him. Been wanting to go hunting, I reckon. But Richard got the idea in his head that the dog knowed where Abner and Lum was at and was trying to tell us, trying to take us to him.
Oh, I see. Well, now, there might be something to that at that, Grandpap.
No, old Blue always acts that way.
He does?
Yeah, I saw him do Abner that way 1,000 or 100 times. That's when he wants to go hunting. I told Richard he ought to take a gun along and bring back some rabbits.
Yes, well, it certainly won't hurt to try it, though, Grandpap. I hadn't thought about following a dog. Maybe we should have taken him with us on some of our searching parties. That dog might have led us right to him.
Yeah, if they was out there in them mountains, we'd have found him a long time ago. Yeah, if you want my notions on it, I don't think Abner and Lum's anywhere in this part of the country.
Well, wherever they are, it certainly is a baffling mystery, I'll say that.
Well, I don't like to talk, Squire, but I believe I got a pretty good idea where they're at.
You have?
Yes, sir. Just been sort of figuring things out for myself. Nobody never told me, but I've been turning this thing over in my head ever since they've been gone. If you want my notions on it, they're both in jail.
In jail?
Yes, sir.
No, I don't think that, Grandpa. Now, what in the world could Lum and Abner have done to get themselves thrown in jail?
Well, I don't know what, but we know they ain't here. We know they ain't lost in the mountains. There must be some place where they can't let us know about. Or we'd have heard from them, so that don't leave nothing but a jail.
Well, yes, but they could have gotten out of there by this time, Grandpap, surely.
Well, I don't know where they could or not. Now, there's another thing. Abner's woman's had 2 dreams. Dreamt both times Abner was someplace he couldn't get out of. That sounds like a jail to me. Dreamt he was sick and hungry and calling for her.
Yes, well, it's only natural that she would be dreaming about him, Grandpap, grief-stricken, thinking about him constantly, you know.
Yeah, maybe so, but I still think that's where they're at. I tried to get Richard to call the sheriff in there at the county seat this morning, have him get in touch with some of these other sheriffs around over the country and see if any of them was holding Lum and Abner, but no, he had more confidence in that dog than he did in me.
Yes, well, in some ways, I don't blame him.
What's that, Squire Skimp?
Nothing, not a thing.
You know, personal, I put a heap of dependence in dreams.
You do?
Yeah. Take, for instance, that time all old Wormley was having them dreams.
All old Wormley?
Yeah, you recollect him, Squire. He was over there south of Odin.
Well, the name is vaguely familiar, yes.
Yes, sir, old Wormley had a dream once.
Yes, well, you can tell me about it some other time, Grandpap. I've got to get back to my office right now.
Old Wormley had a dream, and you know what he dreamt, Squire? Dreamt he was out in the middle of the ocean on a big boat.
Yes, well, that's interesting, Grandpap. I'd love to hear the rest of it sometime.
Way Orlo described it, he said it wasn't exactly a boat, it was more of a streetcar. But there you are, right smack dab in the middle of the ocean on this horse.
Yeah, a horse? I thought you said it was a streetcar.
No, it was a boat. Only sometimes it seemed more like a horse. You know how dreams are.
Yes, I suppose so.
Yes, sir, Orlo Wormley dreamed that same dream 6 nights hand running. That just goes to show you about dreams.
What happened then?
What do you mean, what happened?
Well, I mean, didn't something come of the dream?
I don't know. Orlo never said.
Yeah, I mean, well, what about the boat? Didn't he finally take an ocean trip?
Well, I don't know. Was he aiming to take an ocean trip?
Well, no, not that I know of. But...
Jiminy, if Orlo was going away, I better get over there and say goodbye to the pigeon-toed party.
Wait a minute. You can't leave, Grandpap. You've got to stay here and watch the store for Dick.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes, can go off and leave the place unopened here with nobody to look after.
Yeah, I wish he'd hurry up and get back. I think him and Cedric are just wasting their time up there following that dog. Just wasting their time.
Mr. Dick, I believe we're just wasting our time up here following this dog.
Yeah, maybe so, Cedric. He acts like he's trying to take us someplace, though.
More like we got a coon feed around here somewhere, or a possum one.
No, I don't think that's it, Cedric. He don't act like he's hunting. You saw that rabbit jump out of that brush pile right there by him a while ago, and he didn't even look at him the second time.
No, Mom, I know it, but that's the way he does. He goes out by himself and trees some kind of a varmint. He'll come back to the store in town there and get Mr. Abner to follow him every time. Takes him right to the tree.
He does?
Yes, Mom.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Cedric. He's leading us out here to where he's got a possum or a coon treed. When I get through with him, I'll bet you he don't get me to follow him again, I'll tell you that.
Wished I'd have brung a gun with me. I've saw 3 or 4 squirrels.
Yeah, Grandpappy Spears told me that I'd better bring mine. Said that old Blue was just wanting to go squirrel hunting. That's the reason he was whining, trying to get us to follow him.
Well, he ain't squirrel hunting. He don't look like he's doing nothing.
No. Well, let's follow him a little piece farther, Cedric. After coming this far, I hate to turn around and go back now. I just can't help believe that that's what he's been wanting the last few days. Somebody to follow him. He just seemed tickled to death this morning when we started out with him.
Well, he's always that way when anybody will take him to the woods. I've never seen a dog that learned to hunt like he does in my life.
By the way, where is he? I don't see him, Cedric.
Oh, he's on up ahead there a piece. Seen him while ago running under the underbrush there. Think he's down there in that draw. So wait a minute. I think I hear him barking. Listen. Yep, there he is. He's treed. What'd I tell you? He's treed.
Why, come on, if I don't give him a lesson.
Yeah, the honor he is. See, the honor got something treed in that old silver mine.
Yeah, that is that old silver mine, ain't it?
Yes, Mom. Me and Ezra Sea Strump and that bunch come by here the other day when we was looking for him.
Yeah, he's got something in there, all right, back in that old mine, Cedric.
Yes, Mom. About to run a wildcat in there is about what he does. Been trying to get somebody to come back out here and help him get him out.
Yeah, what's the matter with you, Blue? Come on away from her. Come on here.
If I had a gun, I'd go down there and get him, too.
Yeah, you wouldn't catch me going down in there.
Yeah, that might be worming down. Hush up, Blue, hush up. Yeah. What do you got in there, Blue, anyway? A wildcat? Yep, that must be it. Just look at him there, Mr. Dick.
By Jack, he's sure excited about something, Cedric. Look at him there. Yeah. Wait a minute. You don't... Oh, no.
Mom.
By George, Cedric, maybe they're down in there.
Who?
Lum and Abner.
Oh, I don't know what they'd be doing down in there.
But did you fellas look down in there the other day when you were out here?
You mean down in the mine?
Yeah, down that shaft there.
No, Mom, not down in there. So you have to get down on your hands and knees and crawl through that first opening back there. I've been down there lots of times.
You have?
Yeah, I run a wildcat in there once.
All right, George, well, here, let's go as far as we can and holler down in there, Cedric, and fair down there, maybe they'll answer. Go ahead.
That's a good idea. Get out of the way, Blue. Now, right down here. Wait a minute. Looky there, Mr. Dick.
Huh?
They can't be down in here. This whole shaft's caved in. Looky there.
By George, it has, hasn't it? It looks like fresh dirt, though, Cedric.
This small.
Hey, look at old Blue there, scratching in that dirt. He's trying to tell us, Cedric, that's where they are just as sure as the world. They're down in that old mine. It must have caved in and trapped them in there.
Well, one too good.
That's it, Cedric.
Well, there's something back in there he's wanting to get to, all right.
Why, sure. Well, wait a minute. We can't waste any time here, Cedric. Let's get back to town here and get a bunch of men, some picks and shovels, and dig this thing out. Come on, Cedric.
Well, sir, I believe we found him, Mr. Dick.
Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
come on, Blue. Let's go. Here. Come on, boy. Come on.
Come on, Cedric. If he don't want to follow us, let him stay there. We've got to hurry.
Yes, Mom.